Let's turn our attention from UI Router to another project under the Angular UI umbrella, which is UI Bootstrap. Just like UI Router, you can find a link to the documentation and code for UI Bootstrap on the angular-ui.github.io website. And as the name implies, this project provides a wrapper for the Bootstrap CSS framework. One of the nice benefits of using this library is that you can use interactive Bootstrap components like the tabs and carousels without including the bootstrap.js script or jQuery, because this library has everything you need using pure Angular code. All you need is the UI Bootstrap script. If I go to the site for UI Bootstrap, there is a link here to download the script that you need. For this module, when I downloaded UI Bootstrap, I used the version of UI Bootstrap with the default templates included. That means that all the custom directives implemented by UI Bootstrap will have their templates preloaded by the one and only script file that I need to include in the application. There are no additional files needed, other than the core Angular library and of course bootstrap.css itself. Now once you've loaded this script and have taken a dependency on the UI Bootstrap module, you can use components like alert. Typically, if you're using Bootstrap and you want to display some alert text on the page, you'll need to create a div and add several classes to it. With UI Bootstrap, there's a custom directive for an alert, and there's attributes so I can specify the type of alert, what should happen when the user wants to close the alert, and I can specify content that should appear inside of the alert. There's also a component like carousel, which is a slideshow. You can see here in the markup, once again, there's a custom directive, carousel. Inside of a carousel, there can be a slide. And so I have found that using UI Bootstrap often leads to more readable HTML code than using just bootstrap.css itself. Plus, there's 2 fewer script files that I need to include on a page. When I'm using UI Bootstrap, I don't need to include bootstrap.js or jQuery. And you'll find custom directives in UI Bootstrap for anything that you can do in Bootstrap. Now, the one piece I want to focus on in the next video clip is actually not a custom directive, but a service, the modal service. What this service will do is give you the ability to launch a modal Bootstrap dialog. And the user is going to have to do something with this dialog before we can continue in the application. And if I scroll down a bit, we'll see the code that is involved in launching that application. It's done through a service, $modal, and I need to specify all sorts of settings whenever I open the dialog. I have to specify the template, the controller, and how to get data into that controller. What I want to show you in the next video clip is how to not only use this modal service, but how to build a better abstraction for modal, an abstraction that will give you more meaningful code in your application.